It will be something very beginner friendly. And I am Kemal, as most of you know, and I'm terrible at English. So, but luckily I won't teach you English. So we will speak about programming. But first, I want to tell a few things. When we are doing these sessions, I will assume that you have completed our quests. Okay? All right. So the sessions will be around 1 hour, but we don't have a strict schedule. So if you are still around, we can continue, and we won't make a Q&A session. Okay, I will explain why we don't do it. And I want to let you know that I don't know everything, and some part of the session is totally my own personal opinion. You can agree or disagree, and my PC is slow and engines are clunky, so sometimes we have to wait. We can chat at these times while we are trying to open things. And I have to actually at least open one engine. Yes, let's create a new project. Okay, I will call you new project because I have no other idea right now. I don't want to connect anything. Okay, so if you don't understand some concepts, just let me know. But I have no idea. How can I know if you guys speak? Can you guys speak just randomly? Or okay, how can we make it happen? I mean, I have to give permission. Okay, how can I give permission to? Uh-huh. Okay, but meanwhile, I'll explain things at, let's say, Unity, so I am not sure I can see those buttons. Can any other accept me? Any moderator or something like that? Cool. Okay. Okay. So if someone raises his hand, her hand anyway, give permission, you can interrupt me. I am a little bit old, so I can be boring, and if I give some references which doesn't make sense to you, just ask. Okay, just uh, I am not so young as most of you are. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So I want to explain this part. You can think, how can I say, it is a little bit unnecessary, but I think it's important. So we should know how all these programs work. I mean, we don't have to know each single detail, but we need some basic understanding, because otherwise this abstraction layer causes some. Let's say you want to make a game, and you can think I can't do it without a game engine. Okay, so this reminds me a question. So who who implement those game engines, and how they are able to do that? Or let's go deeper. So how can someone implement a programming language? I won't explain the whole story, but I want you to know that these a few points. So after some crazy electrical engineering people invented those CPUs and computers, uh, those CPU companies created their assembly languages. So they were kind of human friendly. You can check any assembly language. Let's see assembly language example. It's something like that. You know, move EAX3, move EBX3 for. So what all those programs are doing is basically you just hold some data on your memory, or not on your memory actually, uh, on your computer's RAM, right? And you just move them to CPU, make some calculations, and send them back. It's just basically this. I mean, there's no magic behind it. And after the assembly language, there are some developers, like, I just forget the name, but those languages like C++. So those people invented a somewhat easier to use languages, right? So instead of those move ax, bx, blah blah, you can just write more human friendly code. And then people try to make everything easier and easier and easier. They build some libraries, frameworks, and frameworks about frameworks, and libraries about frameworks. There are so much abstraction layers. So I called it the dark ages. And now today we have really no idea how all these things work. So in our sessions, we will try to demystify those parts, but I won't go deeper too much. I don't want to be boring. Okay, yeah. So let's start with variables. Am I pronunciate it right? Variable or variable? Invite to speak. Yes. Second one, variable or variable? Variable. Okay, variable. So let's speak about variables. Do you know what are they really? I mean, so variables are places in your PC's memory. It is something very, very physical, very real thing. So your RAM has some place to hold data, then you move them into your CPU, and your CPU also has some places called registers. So basically, a variable is something like that. Let's say, okay, so this is integer a, and it is just stored with other fancy names and other variables in a place. Okay, you can assume like that. Uh, so what is int a? Int a is simply the way of saying I will create, let's say, 32-bit for now. So when you write somewhere int a semicolon, you just say I will store some 32-bit memory inside my CPU. Okay, so it's just 32 bits of memory, 32 bits of 01. I mean, like this, and 32 times. It's nothing more than that. If you are familiar with Unreal Engine, or maybe you can also experience it on Unity, there is something called casting, right? So you change the variables type, or you change the classes type. So what you do basically is just saying, okay, I will call this 32 bits now, like float or like int. When you do casting, you do nothing more than that. Other parts of memory, let's say my school grades. Assume it an object structure. So it holds more than char or integer. It has some members, etc. So it is a little bit bigger. Okay. And the charting, the floating. I guess you are familiar with all of that. And one more thing, I think this is very, very important, because people usually miss that part. All those all those memory places have some addresses. So if we go back to this move EAX3, so this represents a place in your computer. Those are register addresses. So all those boxes also have some addresses. You can think like this. Okay, this is this rectangle represents our memory, and here at this place we have those school grades, and somewhere we have those char and other stuff. I'm explaining this because people usually miss the difference between a value and reference, and it is important in Unreal Engine and like C-level languages. And actually, you should know it to write better code in C sharp. You can sometimes miss that relation. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so let's call, we have an array. Okay, and we call it integers we are looking for. So in languages like C and C++, you can hold some pointers. You can think about pointers like they just point things, okay, like this. And if you don't set appropriate address for them, they just show anywhere on your computer. Actually, you usually use null, right? If you create some empty pointers, let's say you just define an object pointer in C sharp. You don't call it pointer, but it's actually a pointer. You just say, okay, I have a pointer from class A and which is equals to null. That means it doesn't point anywhere. Okay, I think this part is important. So what we call as arrays, like int array, brackets, etc. What we call arrays are basically we just hold the first address of some blocks of memory. Okay. Okay, a variable in Unity. So let's do something on Unity. I've created a project. Let's create a folder and let's call it scripts. Hmm. How should we call it? Let's call it example A, and let's wait for Unity. It's working much faster in Windows, but I just leave using Windows. So this is my IDE of choice. It's called Rider. It's a JetBrains product. So now it seems it's working. I'm not familiar with how your experience with Unity or any other thing, so I will try to start from the very beginning. Okay. So for now, we can assume a few things, and I mean we can skip what they are doing really. Okay. So only thing you need to know just for now is the start method. When you create a script, the start method triggers when you play your game. Okay, but those scripts must be in your scene. This is your scene, and this is the game view. Let's make it like this. We don't need game view right now. Here you can see your objects, and let's say if you press F, it will focus objects. So you can create an empty object like this. Yeah, this is an empty object, and or let's say we created 3D object. Let's make a sphere. All right. So uh, for those scripts to run appropriately, you must add them to your objects. Okay. So here it is. So um, let's 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 define something like this. What was that? By the way, I usually don't remember any code or syntax, so we will usually just check Google. Uh, I should say that because I have a very low memory. Okay, so my age is age. Okay, so we write our first script, and it has an instance on this game object, and when we press play, we will see this message on our console, right? It's for debugging purpose. So if you want to check some values, we can use it. Also, I think there must be something called debug. Yes, yeah, I remember something like that. So if you make it debug, it will expose some values that are hidden from you. But it won't show our age for now because it's not in the correct place. I will explain it later. But you can use this normal and debugging. I have to ask something. So let's say this is a sphere and it's a game object, okay? And you have some components on your game object. Let's say I've created another game object. Let's make it a cube. Just drop our script to here. Okay, so now we will see two debug messages, right? Because each of them are just another instance of this script. So when you press start, uh, both of them triggered. I'm trying to explain something that uh, for those object-oriented C# stuff, it's also because of the Unity's architecture, it's a bit hard to understand how it works. I mean, okay, there's a class and you define some methods, but who call those methods, right? It is not so obvious. Let's make another class and call it another class. Okay, so right now this is a little bit different, right? Because in our example A, there was a mono behavior. This is something about inheritance, but I will explain it later. But basically, you just need to know that if you want to make something spawned in the scene, I mean, if something will be presented in the scene, it must inherit from mono behavior. And this is mostly normal C sharp. Let's call it normal C sharp. Okay, it's just a class, so it doesn't have an instance. I will show you something. Another class, and let's say it has a member. We call those member variables. Okay, and let's call it another age. I am terrible at finding names. Anyway, so if I play this game again, it won't do anything, because it is just a representation. We didn't create an instance of that. And let's make another method here, and let's call it start again, as we do here. Okay, so I think we can using Unity engine. Is it like this? Okay, so let's try to write same thing. My another age is another age. So when I press play, it won't log this data. Okay. See, there are still two instances. So let's demystify this. Those start methods are called from the engine. This what we call as mono behavior is just Unity's base class for objects that are living in the scene. So what if we want to trigger this? I mean, how can we call this, give another age a value and print it? We should create an instance of it, and let's let's try to create an instance of it in our start method. Okay, so another class a equals new another class. We will explain all of them later, but it's basically the same thing I explained for variables. When I do this, I just say, okay, just create a box in the memory for this class, and it automatically understand its size because it has an integer which is probably 32 bits, and it has some function declarations, etc. And it just creates enough space to hold something in the memory, which is in another class type. Okay, so since I have the object. Okay, I should explain this too. So this is a class, okay? Class are just abstract representations of things, and we call things objects. we should know this jargon because I think it's really helpful to when you are trying to learn. So this is a class, okay? And when you spawn something from that class, we call it an object. So object can reach classes public members and public methods. I mean, they can trigger them outside of the class. So we can do something like this. Another age. My another age. This is the silliest example. Okay, so now if we start this code again, see now it's spawning two more instances and they are from our another class. I hope it's clear. So there is nothing magical about this start name, but if you are inheriting a mono behavior, Unity has some closed source methods they call just this start method. So if I change its name to something and sorry, we just didn't call the method. Okay, now now we will call the method and if we go inside it has the debugging. So okay, it's the same thing, right? So start function didn't trigger it at all if it's not a mono behavior, but we can't add those this another class to here. If I try to add, it says and can't add script behavior another class. The script needs to derive from mono behavior, and those jargon like derive, it's all about object oriented programming. We will talk about it at a very late stage. All right. Okay, so let's assume we are working in a huge team. Okay, we need to share our work with people, right? So that's why we created an GitHub for it. This is cool. We had an organization, TicTacToe. Okay, and we have this repository, right? Those are just removed files, nothing more than that. So I should uh, I should download it to my PC first. Actually, we can do this. You can open a terminal, copy, git clone, paste. Okay, so where was it? Okay, in projects. So now I have this repository, but it's empty. We can make it in a better way, but I usually just I'm a bit lazy. Okay, so I will close this and new project. Okay, so I'll just drop it to here and I will close it and I will open it again. Okay, so since I have some integration with this IDE, right now I can see which files are unversioned, right? So these are not in our repository in the cloud or whatever you call. So we should push them into the branch. So all of you have some branches somewhere, right? we can see it all. Oh, I also have a branch. Okay, but let's assume this. We will put our own the session examples on main branch, and you will always get the projects to your own branch. Okay. I mean, it's not the best way, but it will be easier for us. But we don't have a .gitignore file on this folder, which is necessary because some of those files are not necessary. We don't need to upload them into cloud, like those library logs, debug, and you know, this is from my IDE. Because if you create a new project on Unity, it will just generate the library or logs or other stuff, you know. So we just need to push our own stuff here. Mm, yeah, yeah. Okay, we need a .gitignore file. I don't remember how I should write a gitignore file, so I will write gitignore for Unity, and here it is. Yeah, I'll just download it. Projects. Let's add a bookmark here. Okay, and I will add this one here. Let me show you. We should rename it, I guess, to .gitignore. Oh, where are you? Okay, here. So let's open it again. So as you can see, it has some special syntax. Like if you put any folder, any directory to here, uh, it it won't be pushed into GitHub. Okay. By the way, GitHub and Git are different things. I found a very good explanation on the internet, but I can say it right now. So it's just a template for Unity projects. For example, we don't need Visual Studio files because another team member can use another IDE. You know, we for example here we just say just don't upload anything ends with APK. It's Android's boot format, I guess. Or don't upload Unity packages. Okay, so see now it just shows just 38 files. It was like thousands of files before, but since we have the .gitignore file, it just ignored them. So I will push them. Let's talk about the commit thing first. So commit is basically uh, versioning those files on your local, okay? And you can commit on your local. Let's say you just do some work, you just created another class, and you put a commit message here like I have implemented the another class blah blah. Then you commit it. When you do it, you just version it on your local. I mean, it's not pushed into cloud. Anyway, we will do we will commit and push right now. It says initial commit. It is very common. They always write initial commit. Okay, and push login authorize. Hmm. I think we are good to go. What? What permissions denied? Why? Okay, cancel. What? Force quit. What's happening? Save. Uh-huh. Hmm. Okay. Probably I didn't save the scene, so we lost change in the scene. Actually, we didn't lost it. It's on main, but let's see how it will go. By the, we talk about the projects. So, did you all voted on others projects? Changing branch without stashing. Everything exploded. Committed on main. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Everything is really exploded. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. How can we fix it? Hmm. Okay. Yes, you will be able to rewatch this at a later time. Merge local main into your branch. Yeah, I'll do this actually. Okay. Ah, what's happening? I just need to change my branch. No, just change it. Oh my god. Check out. Please check out. Yes, yes. Okay. I think it will fix the issues. I mean, I hope so. It will reload the things. Yes. Ah, we are still on Kemal. Check out main. Untracked files prevent checkout. Okay, so we have untracked files and we want to how can I stash them or something like this? Browse. Just send me to. Okay. Do you guys know that it just yeah. I lost it, but also I have to revert those changes because it doesn't let me to go main again. Hmm. Let's Google it. How can I revert changes on Git? We usually use Perforce for game development, so I'm not familiar with GitHub thing, but it is more common. Reverting a commit. Ah, okay. Actually, it's a good idea. If I can download GitHub desktop, it is something easy. Oh, it doesn't have Ubuntu. Okay. Anyone knows the code snippet for reverting things? Ah, let's ask ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, what you can do is you can write in a command is
Uh-huh.
git revert and the hash of the command, the hash of the commit. Sorry,
Sorry,
that
Git.
should revert. Then the hash of the last commit that you did.
No. Okay, we didn't commit it yet. So we must head. I have no idea. Invite to speak.
Can you do git status in the command, please?
Git status. Okay,
Yes.
let's do it.
Can
Branches
you do?
up to date.
can you do git add just so we know what's been added in the folder?
No. I mean, of course, it's some stuff from ignored previously, but uh, this is happening because I checked out another branch and it just wants to copy those files. Even without those git ignore thing, it will be still the same. So you should go back to main, I guess, first. I mean, uh, yeah, it won't let you. So we will ask ChatGPT. Uh, yeah, get reset hard dash hard. Okay, it did something. Let's try again. Mm, no luck. Okay. So, mhm, update. How can I change my branch? Let's close it and try to change the branch from, terminal. Let's ask this ChatGPT guy. How can I change my checked out branch on local git git checkout? Git branch. Okay, let's say git branch. Not for what? Okay. We are not in our stuff yet. New project. Okay, we are in. So we can write it again. Git branch. Okay, git checkout branch name. Git checkout main. Freeze, move, or remove them before. Okay, let's copy paste it to ChatGPT. I couldn't. uh, Yes, actually there's okay. This git stash thing. I think it will just put them somewhere and non-local git. Let's try it again. Check out main. Why? Okay, okay. Actually, yeah, we can do the thing you suggested. Let's give it a try. I will just nuke them. Yeah. Hmm. Also, this one is also related to this branch. So let's try again. Git branch. Okay. Git checkout main. Switch your branches ahead of git push. Okay. That yes, that's some progress. But we can't push it yet to main. So I yeah. Let's ask this. I want to get change from my main branch into another. Git git checkout. Git merge main. Okay. Git checkout featured branch main. Sorry, Kemal. It was Kemal, right? Okay. Git checkout Kemal. Switch to your branch is up to date. Okay. Git merge main. What it's doing? Okay. Okay. We are good to go. I won't edit those parts that we stuck because it can help others, but okay. What is happening? Well, okay, now everything is good to
Just
go.
for information, it's been on 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah, are you okay to continue or what do you think? Let's vote it. How can we vote it? Okay. Hmm. Okay, just say continue if you want to continue. So we can decide what to do. Continue. Good. Continue. Continue. Ah, cool. Okay. Okay, okay. So now we are in the correct branch, which actually it's important because you will experience the same thing. Okay. So now I am on my own branch and pushing things to main branch is just prohibited. So I will push my changes into my own branch. Okay. Okay. We have enough continuous. So permission. Why? 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 Push. Okay. Let's change the uh those moderation or security interaction limits. Hmm. This one. Hmm. This one. Ah. Okay. 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 Let's add a new public key. New public key. Then SSH key. Key is in mode. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let's. Hmm. Actually, I had before. Okay. Anyway, I will fix that part later. Okay. And I can send another video about this. I don't want to waste your time at the moment. All files are up to date. So I'm curious about the do I have some local chains? Yes, I have. Okay. Push all up to here. Yeah, now it will error again. Login? No, okay, okay. I will check what's going on. We can still make changes and locally uh, store them. Like let's see some comment, and if we check here, okay, we have our chains and we can commit it. I have added some comments. When I commit, I have another version. This is helpful for you can let's say you just fucked up everything and you can go back by this GitHub. I think we have an authorization issue here. I will check that one too. I I don't also use too much GitHub. We just use Perforce. Uh, okay. So what is next? So let's make the same thing on Unreal Engine, if you want to. Do you want? Do you want me to open Unreal Engine? Okay, we will wait. We will wait again. Yay. So we will just do the same stuff, but I should create a new project, games. Let's start with a blank project and make it C++ and put it into our GitHub. Yeah, create hmm, Unreal project. I wish we could rename it to Unity project. So, what? Unreal project. Unreal project. Yes. Yes. Choose this position project and let's create it. Well, issues with Unreal Engine is how can I say? If you are not familiar with Unreal Engine, it can be really annoying because if you just break things on Unreal Engine, there are some common approaches to fix, like removing binaries and rebuilding the whole the project, etc. Okay, what are you doing, Unreal? It took me 8 hours to compile Unreal Engine and figure out. Yeah, it makes sense. Actually, you don't have to. Oh no, you have to compile it, right? I have the source of the whole engine, so I do for Linux. Yeah, same stuff here, and it just give an error. Let's try again. No, did it create our project files? Let's check. Unreal project. Okay, we have the project. Yeah, this is exactly what it did to me. Shut down after I created the project, had to reopen. Yeah. Uh-huh. Now it decides to launch. Okay. Hmm. We have the project open and okay, hopefully it will open right now. Yeah, would you like to reboot them? Yes, I want to reboot them because you did something wrong and I have no idea. And we will wait again. So while is the Unreal Engine is doing its stuff, let's talk about the projects. Where's our projects? Uh, it must be here, I guess. So if do you all just share your ideas? I mean, if you don't have any, it's no problem. But uh, can you just drop the koalas to projects that you like the most, except your own project? Is it launching the same project twice? Cool, cool, cool. So my idea about those projects is just picking a few of them because you know uh, all of them have some limited time. So we will pick just a few of them and just try to build those projects in a month. So since we want to make them in a month, we have to collaborate. We have to just cut the requirements. We will make it less complex. We will simplify things and try to do those projects. At least one of them, but I think we can do two of them or maybe three. I don't know. I don't have a job right now, so I can help you. If you commit to projects, I will be here to help you. Okay, we are able to open Unreal Engine, which is great because it's really hard to. Okay, so first thing I should do is, since I'm using Rider, I have to refresh Rider U project because otherwise it uses Visual Studio stuff and I just don't want it. All right. Now I will open Rider and it will just take tons of hours to launch the project. But meanwhile, we can create a new scene and we can create our own project folder. Uh, no, I don't want it under starter content. I don't want to touch starter content. I want to create it here. Yes, new folder. So let's call it TicTacToe. And I will create another subfolder called levels. And I will create a new level. Let's call it main level. I will open it. Save selected. Okay, this is our level. So we will, trust and open. We will do basically the same thing on Unreal. I mean, we will just log some stuff on the console and we will be sure if everything is working. Okay, but it will take time. By the way, there are some main stuff you should know about Unreal, which is there is a project settings thing here, and yes, here it is, maps and mods. So uh, mm, your game's main flow is decided here because you have a game mode base, which we will create another one later, and there is some editor startup map, default map, etc. We will change them. What's happening? Okay. Load failed. Why? Why? Okay, by the way, let's copy and paste the Unreal Unreal git ignore. Is it same thing? Let's check. Okay, it's a primitive version of it. Okay, let's remove it and make this our new git ignore. Yep. Refresh again. Let's give it another try. Now I understand why it took just 8 hours of you. But it is just the beginning. It's usually the boring part. After we settle down things, it won't take this much time. What is happening? Cool. Now my configuration is think it's not an Unreal project, because I was using it for Unreal. Yeah, see, it thinks it's a Unity project now. Great. And in these situations, we will just get help from our old friend Visual Studio because it just works. It's a terrible editor, but it just works. So let's change it from Rider U project to Visual Studio Code. Restart now. When something got wrong, I usually open the Visual Studio for I'm talking for Unreal. I just open the Visual Studio rebuild the project, and go back to my own leader. Okay, let's go to main. Refresh. Yes, I trust the authors. What was found? Would you like to open the? Yes. Okay. Okay. What? Hmm. Just open. Okay. Ah. Hmm. No, I don't want this. Okay. So the let's try something. Let's we should have a tool here, right? Yes. Let's create a new actor, actor. Yes, it's called actor. It is the same thing with Unity's game object. I mean, almost same thing. So if you remember, we had some spheres on the scene, and anything you see on the scene is actually a game object in Unity. And we can say anything you see on the scene is an actor, and actors are almost the same. Like you put some components to actors, like we did for our sphere or cube in the Unity. So let's create our first actor and call it example actor. Create class. Still going. Right? It is for C sharp, right? I use C line for C++ and it looks very similar. I also use C line here, and Rider is not just for C sharp but for .NET projects. So uh, Unreal also has some .NET stuff, so you can use it with Unreal and Unity engine. Actually, I I was planning to use CLion with Unreal, but uh, I couldn't make it work with Ubuntu. I was using Windows like a couple of months ago, and I just converted Ubuntu. Kemal, suggestion: let's not go too much over, otherwise it might be harder for people living in other time zones. As for example, for me, it's already okay. I agree with it. So uh, let's make this work for let's put some debug log here, and we can continue, let's say tomorrow or anytime you want. So in Unreal there is something different. You need header files and cpp files. Those are basically the same thing. You just give definitions here, like methods, and if you need some variables, etc. Not yeah, the local ones but global ones, you just define them here and you write the code here. So this begin play method is just same thing with Unity's start method. Okay, so let's put this UE log stuff. How was it? Temp log temp, and warning, and text hello. Yeah, let's give it a try. Okay, we can see it here, and let's try to compile. It just doesn't compile like in Unity. You just don't save and go on. You have to compile your code in Unreal Engine, and it's compiled. Let's try to put this actor into scene. Ah, okay. See, it's here. Let's also put some light into our scene. There was a thing for light. Where is it? There was a tool for, this one, I guess. Lighting mixer. No, no, no. There must something to create light. Let there be light. Where is it? Mhm. Maybe it's here. Yes. Okay. It's not what I'm looking for. There was a tool to create all the lighting easily. But anyway, so we have our example actor in scene. Yeah, here it is in our very dark scene. So when I press play, we will see our warning hello. So this is just same thing with Unity. We can put some data here. Let's say A is 10. And since it is more like C++ and C, we should format the text. So we will use an integer to log. So I think we should do something like this. Let's give it a try. So this percentage D means it's a decimal number, and then we show which decimal number we will. It's compiled. Let's see. Yes. Now it just logs hello 10 because see, can I make it bigger? Is it easy to see? I mean, is it just too small? I don't know the settings, but I will make it bigger on our next session. So as you can see, we just put those values and text here. When you use Unreal Engine, you should always use those kind of formatters because it just helps the engine to do things easily. I mean, you can write something like this for a string, but it is not uh, suggested. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. How should we move on? Do you guys want me to finish, or do you want me to continue? I can do some stuff related to flows and some arrays. Maybe can continue on. Okay. If 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 any more people also want to continue, let's keep going. Cool. Cool. Okay. We should decide our projects so we can start from one of them. You know. Let's check our projects. Let's keep going. Okay, 3 colors, 1 colors, 4 colors. Vampire Survivors clone, but the upgrades will be more akin to Gungeon or Isaac. Okay, I want to mention something. This is also important for your, let's say, publisher deals. I know you like some games, but I don't know these games. And if you send a message to any publisher like this, it is like, let's say, Gungeon or Isaac. I'm not sure all of them will be familiar with. You would be surprised. They don't always play the games or follow each indie game, etc. So I have no idea about this game, but it seems it's liked. Let's check. 6 scholars. Players take on the role of a programmer. Working against the clock to complete coding prompts, very, very simple ones, while navigating distractions in the form of fake ads that pop up on their virtual computer screen to distract them. Okay. So, are you online, Momoin? Is let's check. No. Okay. So, let's see other projects. Liberator. Ah, not much koalas. Two, one, two, five. A simple trivia game where the users will be presented with a question and will have a few seconds to rush the correct answer. Be careful, if you give a wrong answer, you will be eliminated, and watch out for opponents who might trick you with the wrong answer or block your brain. How? Are you online? The one who proposed this game? No. Okay. Okay. Ah, this one got 6 scholars. Are you online, Mirori? Do you have Mirori? No, no. Okay. The most liked games are not here. Okay. Okay, so let me ask anyone who proposed a game and uh, it has take some koalas on the comments. Anyone here? Anyone online? We just need an idea to move on. I think I had 2 koalas. Good, good. Okay, can you explain your game? Okay, so is it something third person, first person? Hmm. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Then it's our first project. Okay. So one of the teams will do this project, and I will just push our Unity and Unreal Engine commits to main. You will be able to get those projects. So this is our first project. So uh, are you guys familiar with Unreal Engine, or you are familiar with Unity more? Let's try to find 5 person for this project. This insect killing, alien insect killing stuff. Unity, Unity, Unity. We have 2 unit, 4 Unity, and our unicorn will write. Okay, 5 Unity. Then you guys will do this project on Unreal, okay? Because we should push ourselves. So here is our Unreal team. But by the way, do you able to run Unreal, because it's a bit performance heavy? So if your PC is not okay, I can accept. Okay. Waffle. I don't know how to pronounce it. But okay, I'll call you Waffle. Do you want to join this Unreal project? This top-down insect killing aliens? I only tried the basic debug. It's a very good start. I think we can move from that. So let's make something about our insect killing alien blah blah project. So my assumption is something like this. So let's assume this is our player. We will see it top down, and we will randomly spawn insects, right? I mean, we can start from here. So we will be here, and there will be some random insects. Okay. So good. We can use them. So okay, let's try to build our Unreal project. It will be a bit tricky because since we will code things, we won't use too much blueprint, so we have to change a few things. So the first one is the game mode, because we just want to code things instead of blueprint. So where is maps and modes? Maps and modes. Ah, sorry, it's editor preferences. I need to go to project settings. Maps and modes. Okay. We see game mode base here. This is the base class and the default game mode. So we won't use it. We will uh, make our own game mode base. So let's create a new class and call game. Okay. So we will select its type. This means our class will derive from this. In Unity, you always derive from MonoBehavior, right? It's not same on Unreal Engine. I mean, almost everything is an actor, which is equivalent of game objects, but not all of them. So we took game mode base as our uh, base class, and we will write our insect game. Let's call it IG. It's also a common approach. Usually on Unreal Engine, we put some prefix to our classes to differentiate from others, because C++ is really a mess, you know. IG game mode. Let's call it IG game mode and create the class. So game mode is basically your, how can I say, your starting point, because uh, everything related to game is just hmm. So it's, how can I say? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, not the game logic, but uh, let's say our game is played with three players. Okay, so we should define those things on game modes. You know, let's say uh, our game will be played for two teams and four players, and each player should select three skills. Okay, those are all properties of our games, so those must be implemented in game mode usually. So you can access them from game mode, but we won't do anything like that. I just want to create the game mode script because I'll show you something. So let's compile it first, but it doesn't. Let us compile. Why? Mhm. Do we have any issues? Ah, it's probably okay. Let's maybe it doesn't let us compile because there is no change. Let's try put something here. Let's create a U property and hmm, let's call it an integer, an integer called difficulty. Okay, it's something related to game mode, I think. No, it still doesn't let us. Ah, because our game is on play. See, so this reminds me something. On Unity engine, we usually change the editor's color on play. There's a setting for it. You know, if you go to your Unity's editor settings, it's very common on game studios. So uh, if you don't understand your game is still playing as we experienced right now, I couldn't find the reason why I can't compile because it was playing. So in Unity there was an editor settings, so when you play, when you press play, all those things become a little bit red. Or you can set another color, so you know you are on play mode. All right, so let's compile our game mode, and I will show you something. What? Okay, let's see. Show log. What are you talking about? Compiling u property. Okay, where is the issue? Expected. Okay, expected semicolons. T. Oh, sorry. Yes. Okay. It doesn't autocomplete, and Rider was able to do so. So I have to fix a couple of things before the next session, like being able to use Rider or making Visual Studio autocomplete things. Yeah, yeah. But you just can't remember everything, you know. I work for Unreal projects, Unity projects, SDL, and at some point your mind becomes a spaghetti of things. So, okay, so we compiled our game mode. So what I will do is, it is also a common practice that I will just create a blueprint folder on my project, and I will always create the C++ code first and create some blueprint classes from them, so that if we need blueprints, we can expose things to blueprints, but we can't do vice versa. If you stuck with a blueprint and you need to code something, you can't convert your blueprint to C++. It's not easy. So let's create another folder, blueprints as blue. Okay. So I will create another blueprint, and I will open all classes, and I will find my own game mode. What we called it IG, right? IG game mode. Yes. Okay. And select it. And usually this is just the choice. I put another prefix like BP, or like this. This is something we have implemented, so I put IG, then BP game mode. Okay, so this blueprint is derived from our C++ code. Let me show you. Let's see class settings, and you can see it here. Its parent class is IG game mode, so this is something we prepared, right? So if I want to do some blueprint stuff, I am still I can still reach my C++ code here. So it's really important. It's really a good approach to those kind of things. So let me show you. I will just expose this u property. How was it? Edit anywhere should work, if I remember correctly. Edit anywhere should do the trick. Okay, now it's compiled, so let's open the class defaults again. You see, now I have the difficulty here. So this is flexible, you know. I can write C++ and go to blueprint if necessary, or do the vice versa. So it is always a good practice. Even if it will be an empty stuff, just create a C++ script first and derive another blueprint from it. I will do the same for level. So let me open our level blueprint. So this time we have the blueprint, but we never created the level script, right? Then let's see how it is. What is its parent? Its parent is a level script actor. So it's another class. So this blueprint derived from level script actor. So it means if I implement a level script actor, my own level script actor, I can also derive it from I can derive main level from it. So let's create our level script here. Level script actor, right? Next, and let's call it IG. I remember the IG, but I I don't remember why I used IG. Insect. Anyway, insect game. Okay, insect IG insect game. Okay, IG main level. Yeah, IG main level script actor. Let's make.
Sorry to be a party pooper, but maybe we should try wrapping up. We are losing tons of people at this point,
Ah,
and it's
okay, okay,
an hour
okay.
over the time.
All right.
Just trying to be
Okay.
mindful of other people's time zone and stuff like that. Sorry about that, really.
No, 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 not a problem. Okay. Yeah, it was the first time for me, so I made many mistakes. I am not used to it. So let's make it better tomorrow or the next time, you know. I just put another announcement to channel. You can select some time zone and we can do it later again. All right. Anything you want to mention? Any ideas? Any feedback?
The only feedback I might have is really the time. Maybe we should try to mind of other people's time zone. I know we are all
Hmm.
hungry for knowledge and doing game dev. Don't get me wrong. That's why I'm here today as well. But
Hmm.
yeah, trying to think of other people
Hmm.
in a
Hmm.
fair.
Hmm. Hmm. Yes, I just didn't follow how many audience we left. So okay, okay. As we planned, maybe we should decide a 1.5 hour slot because it seems it's a bit short time to do things. Maybe pre-plan what you want to cover for the session and stick to that guide. Actually, I am sticking to that guide and we are having some problems. I would make it I would make it perfect, but I intentionally don't do it because if I just do it like some tutorial stuff, it won't help. I mean, let's say we had an issue with GitHub and we try to fix it. I think we should also experience how to fix things. Actually, I am on my plan. Okay. Anything else you want to mention? Thank you. No problem. Yes, thank you. Yes, I also thank you too. So I have to put some note here to do fix GitHub craziness. Okay. Maybe can set up alarm running in background answer. Yeah, good idea. Okay, okay, okay. We will do this next time. Okay. See you guys. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Thanks. Thank you.